Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 29th of September 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed up 1.4% today to 6,555 points, but most of the day was around 2% higher. It followed an unusual intervention by the Bank of England to buy bonds to support that economy. That action seemed to calm nerves worldwide. About 85% of the top 200 companies rose today. Woodside Energy led the way, jumping 3.6%, while the big Australian BHP rose 3%. The banks were strong. CSL and Telstra both rose 2%. The retailers were probably the underperformers today. Best on the day was Premier Investments. More on that shortly. Otherwise, it was the miners that did best again. Lithium Group, Sayona Mining, coal companies Coronado Global Resources and New Hope, and gold explorer De Grey Mining all jumped sharply. The worst was financial software group Iress. It blamed challenging market conditions for an earnings downgrade. That sent its share price off 17%. Ouch. Story number 2. There was plenty of information out of the Bureau of Statistics today. The first monthly measure of inflation showed that prices grew by 6.8% in the 12 months to August. Job vacancies figures showed that the number of roles was down 2% over the 3 months to August, although they remained at historically high levels and are more than double pre-pandemic levels. Also, the ABS released data on household wealth. It fell by nearly $500 million in the June quarter to $14.4 trillion. That's the largest quarterly fall since 1989. Essentially, it reflects falling share markets and property prices. Mind you, wealth is still 8% higher than a year ago. Translating that to an average household, wealth fell during the June quarter by about $20,000 to, on average, $554,000. Story number 3, Premier Investments, which owns retailers including Just Jeans, Peter Alexander and Smiggle brands, has announced a 5% jump in profits and a special dividend for shareholders. It was a strong year to the end of July, and the group said sales in the past 7 weeks are a massive 47% higher than a year earlier. Mind you, 12 months ago, the world was in lockdown. Premier also holds nearly 23% of the Myer department store, but Chair Solomon Lew said it wasn't interested in acquiring competitor David Jones. DJ's current owner, South Australian-based Woolworth Holdings, is reviewing the future of DJ's. The news today was enough to send Premier's share price up nearly 15%. Story number 4, Hurricane Ian made landfall at near Category 5 strength along the southwest coast of Florida this morning, with fears that the storm is responsible for dozens of deaths. Winds were measured at nearly 250 kilometres an hour, with some extraordinary pictures of houses ruined, planes turned upside down, and incredible flood surges. Hurricane Ian is among the most powerful storms to hit the US mainland in decades. Millions of Florida residents remain under evacuation orders, and 1.8 million households have no power. The storm killed at least 2 people in Cuba, while 23 Cuban migrants on a boat are missing. And story number 5, in global markets, the last 24 hours have been all about the United Kingdom. The Bank of England said it would intervene in the market through temporary purchases of long-dated UK government bonds. The purpose is to restore orderly market conditions and will occur on whatever scale is necessary. That sent 10-year UK bond yields down an incredible 50 basis points. The general view is that the central bank had to step in after new Prime Minister Liz Truss decided to cut taxes, thereby potentially inflaming inflation. The action from the Bank of England helped global markets, with Wall Street ending much higher. All the major indices finished up around 2%. It also pushed the US dollar lower, and the Aussie dollar is trading back around 65 US cents. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 29th of September 2022. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning for the Friday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.